Hello everybody, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some things that are going to allow you to possibly slow down a bit in your life and allow some things to just naturally come to you. These things and these concepts are more of Carl Jung's techniques, and this is tried and true stuff that really helps you align and remember who you are. So trust is what we have to do. And trust can feel very unnatural at times because we're not used to just trusting life. We're used to trying harder and harder and harder and reaching further and running faster and jumping higher to achieve what we want, chasing to that point of true exhaustion. Now, here's the thing. When we can learn to trust, we don't have to chase anymore. We don't have to chase as hard. The things that you are manifesting and the things that you want in your life will literally become like a magnetic force that you draw to you as you begin to trust. And this is something that I believe in with my whole heart because it's worked so much in my life. So force versus flow basically is what we're talking about. To learn to just flow with life, allow, not judge every little thing as much, rather than trying to force. So if something's not working for you, our natural response is to work harder. I got to work harder. I got to get up earlier. I gotta. And you put all of this pressure on yourself. And many times this going at it even harder, this chasing, this forcing does not get you any further along. It really doesn't. It doesn't get you any closer to the goal, but it does get you more exhausted. So many times it's the exhaustion that will finally bring a person into realizing that they need to try something else. And trusting is the way. Now, let me tell you, trusting is not passive. It's much gentler, but it's not a passive thing. It's very active. When you are trusting, you are knowing, you have an attitude of expectancy that the things that you are trying to bring into your field and into your life are coming. They are coming, and you will begin to feel them as you slow down some, quit struggling so hard, slow down some, and just allow these things to come into your life. And you will feel them coming. You will feel them in your field, literally. So you don't have to prove your worth. You have to remember it, okay? You have to remember it by being still and allowing your soul to remember who you really are. Trust shifts your entire mindset because we're not taught to trust. We're taught to fight. We're taught to just go as hard as we possibly can. From a young age, we're taught to just go and go and go and go. And that will literally wear the soul down. It will wear you out. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You've been there just like I have. So stop fighting life so much. Just try to slow down some and allow. Silence is a very sacred space. So if you can learn to come down and be more still and be more silent, you're going to get divine downloads. You're going to have ideas drop in. You're going to have all of these things come to you naturally. And this is tried and true. It is tried and true. I believe in it. Carl Jung believed in all of this. He knew it to be so. He knew it to be so. So give up the chase. Give up the chase. That chase is putting you in resistance. I have been in the chase much of my life. But you know what? I am not chasing anymore. I am trusting, and I am allowing, and I'm sitting back, and I'm observing more. And in the stillness of observing, I am able to discern better and have more clarity on what I need to do. And you will too. So, keep showing up for yourself. Keep showing up for yourself. This is not about doing more. This is about trusting more. It's about trusting more. It's like, think about this. This is what Spirit just showed me. Someone is out in the middle of a lake, and they've become very tired out there swimming and fighting the waves that day. They're tired. They're basically drowning. Their head is barely above water. They're tired, and they finally surrender to this and stop fighting so hard. And you know what happened? They began to float. The body just went back and it began to float. This effortless float to where they could breathe, think, relax, and have peace. Without all of this fighting and chasing comes so much peace. And it will take practice to break these patterns, but you can do it. And we do it a little bit at a time. And you guys have heard me talk very much about creating these new neural pathways. Every time you do something different, you're creating a new way that makes it easier for you to do the next time. So that's a triumph. No matter how big it is, celebrate that triumph, okay? So this is about giving up the struggle, getting out of resistance and fighting, and just being more still, listening to Spirit more, listening to the guidance of your own higher self more, and waiting for those cues and those instructions. And if you will get still enough and stop fighting and flailing so much, you will hear these messages. You will see these messages. You will know these messages. So trust aligns you. It aligns you. And it may not feel natural in the beginning because, again, we aren't taught to just trust the universe, trust God. We're not all taught that. So begin to do this and begin to reframe and rewire your mind. We have this fear of everything falling apart if we slow down too much and we stop the fight and we stop the chase. I've almost caught it. I'm running after this. I'm about to grab it. But we're so exhausted. We get so exhausted. But things like this are probably not falling apart for you if you'll stop the fight. They're going to fall together more so, with a lot less effort and a lot more energy for you to expend in productive ways. And this I assure you, this stuff works. And it has taken me years to put a lot of these practices, into my daily life. But they do work. So one of the things I tell myself, no matter what's going on, no matter what might feel like a wrench has been thrown into my plans or what I thought was going to be, I remind myself, what is meant for me will be. And it will be. And I stay in that state of peace as much as I possibly can. And I put those hands over my heart and I remind myself of my worthiness, because what is meant for me will be. just like it will be for you. So relax, stop the fight, stop the struggle, and begin to allow, trust, and allow more. And I promise you, this will revolutionize your life. And that's all I have to say about this subject for today. But you know that I'm going to see you on that next video. Talk to you soon.